my dear Scorpio, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between September 16 and September 30, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can contact me at my email in the description box below the video. I use the Mary L Tarot with Mary White, and I have already shuffled and chosen your cards. I will do a shorter 9 card mid-month reading for you this time, and I will come back with a longer 15 card reading for the beginning of the month in October, where I use a smaller deck as well. And it might be the Legacy of the Divine, but I might also choose to change deck. I'm currently looking for my next deck. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds and then continue with your reading. So, my dear Scorpio, this is your past, the beginning of September, going into August maybe. And we have a Queen of Discs here. Queen of Discs is kind of the mother figure, the teacher, the one that teaches you how to live on this earth. And she's very self-sacrificing in one way, but because she's nature, and we know that nature is very, very self-sacrificing. It's what sustains life. And but she's also very good on taking care of herself, to honor herself. She's usually very beautiful, very good with taking care of her body and her health. We can see that she has tears, and there's a lot of roots bothering her, and it might be kind of the nature or female karma with this, being too much outgiving, giving too much of oneself. Even when there's not put enough back. We can see this with native people. If they take something from nature, they want to also give things back. It's like this beautiful circle of life. But sometimes there's more taken from nature than actually is given back, and that causes her tears. Queen of Discs is usually Virgo. It can be a Capricorn or a Taurus person as well. It might be any kind of person. This might be you, giving a lot to people and maybe not getting enough back, or that you need to focus more on health, taking care of yourself better, being more grounded, not letting like bad consciousness, like you should give more, you should do even better, perform even better, things like this might be haunting you a little bit. The next card here is Page of Cups. So Page of Cups is a child, so this seems to be like a mother and child situation. We only see the backside of this child that has a shaved head, and it looks like it surrounds itself with boats and fishes. It's near the ocean, so we can imagine the sun in this place, and the water, and the glittering in the oceans, and the beautiful creatures underneath the surface. So it's a very beautiful situation, very beautiful open heart situation, beautiful happy person, happy kid. So this might be talking about some old state or some situation where you felt very taken care of, very guided by adults in your surrounding. And this is talking about your inner child and your heart. It's a very young Scorpio in this picture. So the next card here is the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords might be that there's some kind of break in this connection with this fertile mother, or that had gone a long time since your childhood, or there's some kind of pause, some kind of thing that when nothing happened. It might be also separation of some sort, where people are not really connecting or not really talking to each other. So it's almost like a childhood fairy tale kingdom that's kind of gone. And Four of Swords is coming instead. Four of Swords is is like being a little bit burdened by thinking, but trying to let the thoughts rest. You can't really do anything about the situation right now. It needs to run its course. It needs to go its preordinate, like in its preordinate destiny. It's in its route. A Four of Swords is a time where you don't take so much action. You more rest and wait for the next right time to make a move, and it's not now. So this seemed what was going on in the past. It's the Four of Swords is not coming in between you, so there's really nothing in between you, but the Four of Swords comes after you. So it might be saying that there's a time that has flown between this paradisic state and where you are now. So we'll see a little bit more with this next card. This was in the past and this is in the now. And here we have a Three of Discs. Three of Discs is this continuation of this motherly situation. So it might be that you need to work on your motherly aspect, like your both your ability to give but also to receive, to be able to give and do things for others that make you happy, but also be able to receive, what I'm seeing is a person maybe not being able taking like the right amount of pay for their work, that they downplaying themselves. So this kind of situation, it's like you're still this this child that's being taken care of here, and people are still like investing a lot of things with you, or you are investing a lot in a child or a situation that needs to be nourished. So it's like you're very beautifully taken care of, as this is the baby and this is the mother, and you came as this child here. Really centered here. We have the Nine of Discs. So the Nine of Discs is saying so above, so below. It's talking about balance. It's talking about growing up. It's the nine. It's connected to the Hermit. So it's again a little bit like moving away from home, moving away from some safe environment. It might be like you have gotten a lot of valuable things out of a situation, but it's kind of time to grow up, to become your own entity, maybe to do some kind of teenage revolution, but in a very earthy kind of way. So it's more like, well, maybe you have been taken care of by others, or you have taken care of others, but now it's time for you to take care of yourself and to become your own free entity, to make up your mind about things and free yourself a little bit from society and finding out what was them and what is you, so you can become like a real grown-up person. Sometimes we are too dependent on our surrounding, and we need to break free a little bit to become our own unique person that has our own unique destiny. We can't stay in the warm embrace of our family or one certain situation for forever. So for some of you, this might be a family situation. It might also be a place of work, because Three of Discs is connected to work also, where you have earned a lot of things and learned a lot of things. But it's time, I think, to free yourself a little bit from this situation and stand on your own two legs. You can see the earth down here, so maybe it's time for you to go out in the world like a grown-up person and find something that's uniquely for you. It's like almost fulfilling your dreams, but it's very connected to the earth realm. So it might be taking care of, earning money, maybe starting your own company, starting your own business. You have thought about this for quite some time. And the next card here is Five of Wands. So Five of Wands is a little bit of conflict. Here there was kind of no conflict, but also a little bit of distance. And here it's Five of Wands. So I think you have been pondering on a thing for a while, but it wasn't time to act upon it. And now it's time to act. And it's a lion, and it's a little bit angry. And it's shooting through a dark forest with it's small, I don't know the name in English, but in Swedish it's lysmaskar. And here you have a tree, talking about a forest, ancient ancestral thingies. So you're not alone in this. This is not the first time this happens. So it's almost like a normal routine of growing up is what I'm seeing. That you are dispatching from the flock, taking yourself away from the flock. Maybe it has built up some tension and that's making you rush off into the unknown. And this unknown has been calling you for quite some time, but it wasn't a time and place here to do anything. But now it seems that there's the time and place. You have grown out your old shoes. You're supposed to do something else. You are called elsewhere. The Five of Wands is connected to the 14 Alchemist card. It's when you learn about the new culture, and eventually you will have learned everything about this culture, and then it's a part of you. Before you were 100%, and with learning this new culture you are still 100%, but it's like 200% for a while, until you meet another culture or another person or another situation, another place of work, and you will learn everything about that too. So this is how we expand ourselves and our own awareness of things, our own experience of things. But to do this, it might need to be a little bit of conflict, like a little bit of tension. When you first meet a new tribe and you don't speak the same language, you might feel hostile, or maybe you are triggered to move because of conflicts. So something is building up here. It's very intense energy, and it seems to come from you here, and it's signaled that you have grown out of the old situation and you want to move into the new, but you're taking all this love with you. You can see the redness coming through the dress here and into the lion. So it's not like you are doing this really alone. You take all with you, all experience from being loved and from being taken care of, so you know what to look for also in the future. You know what love is. You have been feeling it here. Next card here for the future. It goes into October. It's the Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands, that's intense, and it's a flash here. You are the flash, and you are moving in great haste. It's again, the Knight of Wands is an adventure. It's someone roaming the world, seeing new things, wants to experience new things, doesn't stay long at one place. It's Sagittarius energy, it's more Leo energy, and it's like you want to find out your own strength. You have found out your strength that you have together with the tribe, but you want to find out the strength that you can have on your own. What kind of horizons haven't you really discovered yet? What kind of experience do you need for the future? It's like you're hungry. It's like you're hungry for something else, something new. And it's a little bit threatening. It's like almost you are a little bit threatening, or the situation is a little bit threatening. But I think it's this with the breaking free. Old situation with this warm embrace is not going to like it when a wolf man is roaming around in the village. So they are going to be freaked out by this new energy of yours, and they won't be able to contain it. It needs to grow out of its borders, needs to be put out in the forest so it can become like the wild man. So it's almost like a young person growing up and leaving their home, and they have outgrown their home. There's bigger adventures that's wait for you, Scorpio. Big adventures, and your home, the old situation has become a little bit too small, but it's always going to be there for you when you return. But every time you return, you might need to become someone that you're not to fit into this situation again. You can't return as the wolf man here, or the wolf girl. Sagittarius, as I said, it's like an arrow. Here you can see the flash instead. So it's very goal oriented. It's like you want to go to a certain goal, and you want to have it fulfilled, and it's a very intense longing with this, and it might come out as anger and frustration as well. because you might not really know what this new is. It's just like awakening up within you, and like feeling like you are a racehorse in the starting box, and filling up with this anticipation. So it's like it's asking here, like, what is this? What am I supposed to do with this? It hurts, maybe it hurts to outgrow this old situation that's so beautiful, and to become like, you don't want to be alone, you don't want to be on your own, you want to be embraced by this old safety. But what are you going to do with this force that has made its entrance into your life? You need to do something, because in other case you will start to climb on the walls where you are. So I think you need to leave this situation that you have here going for you with grace, and maybe take a trip or take a job like in another country, or have a year of absence where you are doing something else. It's like this energy, you can't just try to store it somewhere, because it will burn your village. It will make you feel very restless and needing to move. Okay, so the next card here is Temperance, and it's actually the Alchemist card that I was talking about with the Five of Wands. So you want to, this is water and this is fire. I think you need to live a little bit more intense. You need to test your borders. You need to taste other cultures, speak other languages. You need to get more experience. You need to play more. This energy that you have, it's like you have gotten a really great foundation. So it's like when a little bird has been brought up by its parents, and now it's ready to fly out from the nest and test its own wings. So you have gotten a really good foundation, and therefore you have become very strong, and you are a little bit scared of your own strength, because it might feel like you are about to burn the world, but it seems more that you are going to do something that makes you happy, and that can't be really wrong. It needs to be right. It's like what you were made for. So you will get this same situation that you had as a child, but in a new situation. You're still being you. You can still handle social situation and meet new people and have the same happiness that you had here also in the future. It's just that you are grown up and much more stronger, and this strength is making it impossible for you to, like, if you were here still, you maybe needed to take over the whole fleet of fishermen, and maybe the other persons would be sad with you doing this. So maybe it's better for you to find your adventure elsewhere. It's like you outgrowing a situation really quick, actually, from this to this in a split second. Okay, so the next card here is the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is I think it wants to reconnect to this situation and say that you will still be loved, that you will be able to go through this metamorphosis and still be loved. So you don't have to fight against the change. Just let the change grab you, and also show this change to your surrounding and to the important people that you want to have also in your future. Maybe they can tag along with you, or they can go up and meet you in certain occasions. But it's like you need to travel, and there will be a little bit of distance. But also maybe you will grow up from a person that has been like very outgiving and trying to fit into a situation and to really bloom into the thing that you were supposed to be. Because I see the resemblance also with the Temperance card. She has like almost like a flower butterfly going around her face, and her hair is water, and she has this this Cancer here with the pearls coming with gifts to her. So it seems like there will be a very prosperous situation, maybe even a love situation. This is Sagittarius, this is Sagittarius, and this is Cancer usually, but this might be you as well. Maybe finding friends, finding a lover, finding a new situation, finding a Queen of Hearts. Knight of Wands can sometimes, it's very beautifully situated here between the Three of Discs and the Temperance, with a lot of love and embrace. So I don't think you have to fear this ugly face so much. It fears itself enough, so don't be afraid of it. Try to trust a little bit, because anyway, it will be a wonderful experience for you. This it's almost like a vacation in a warm country, or somewhere where there's beautiful water and life, and you can feel alive and feel like you're blooming. Beautiful. 4 or 5, so it's counting upwards to this Queen of Cups. You might fear that this creature in the middle is pointing to this queen and to that queen, the black and the white, the black pillar and the white pillar. So it's like maybe you have a problem to embrace your shadow, and you will find out that your shadow is equally beautiful as the things that you're actually showing to the world right now. So when you take this out from your shadow and manifest it, it will become equally beautiful. It will just be more of what you had before. You will be more you will be more yourself. So I don't think you have to fear this situation. It's very straightforward here. Scorpio needs to grow, and it has outgrown its earlier situation and it's going into a new one. So I'm interested in this new thing. Okay, so we have a Lady of the Swans here, and it's almost like she's early in her pregnancy and she's going with those swans. I don't think you will lose the old situation that you have. It will still be there. It was here in the past, it will be there in the future. It's just you taking a break because you have outgrown the situation, but you will come back in some sense, or the situation will still be there for you. Even if you will miss someone or you will be apart for a while, the love will survive this trial period, I think. You see, this is very, it's like maybe you will wait for someone or they will wait for you. And things might have even become better in your return. Like she's not crying anymore anyway, even though she doesn't look that happy in that picture. Okay, so your future here, we have a Three of Pentacles. It's the same card as this. So it's both about the past, but it's also about the future. It's like he's remembering something from the past and writing it down on stone, so it will be there forever also in the future. So for some of you that need to break, like do some big break, I think this what have happened here is going to be a valuable situation that you will remember for the rest of your life. The Three of Pentacles is like work, and this cat here is independence, and it's like the feminine side of you also that needs to roam here. It's not maybe that you're leaving this femininity. Maybe you are expanding it. Maybe you are diving deeper into it, understanding more of this with this divine feminine. It's a passive, outgiving energy, and it's very natural. It's not something. It just is what it is. Maybe it's more self-acceptance also that we see, that you accept yourself and all the parts of you, even your own strength, and you will find out that your own strength here is something like a unique gift for you. So whatever you are naturally is what you're supposed to be. Even if it scares you a little bit, this strength, it's not meant to hurt. It's meant to lead and be very stubborn with creating this new fantastic future for yourself. So you need this energy, even if it in its contained form might destroy things. In its more outgoing form, it will create things. This is what I see. So, okay, my dear Scorpio, I hope that helped. And if you want a personal reading with me, you can contact me at my email in the description box below the video. And I would very much like if you would come back and watch my beginning of October reading. So, hope to see you then. Bye-bye.